Alright, hello guys. Here we actually have Game 3 of the semifinals between DanTe and Swarm. DanTe is actually the leader for the team Think Quick, who is running this tournament. I'm the manager, caster, and tournament organizer for Team TQ. We have a website, teamtq.webs.com. I'll have a link for that below. We can see that DanTe is actually a random player. And he's a random player who has spawned Terran on Xel'Naga Caverns against Swarm, who is just a straight-up Zerg player. I'm kind of happy that DanTe did not spawn as Zerg, because he did spawn as Terran and Protoss in the last two games. So we didn't have to see a mirror matchup, which is always nice. Although ZVZ is really interesting. It's very, very fast-paced, very dynamic, and it's a very, very good matchup in my opinion, even though a lot of people might disagree with me. I still like it a lot. I do off-race as Zerg sometimes, so I know the race semi-well. I know Protoss a lot better, because that is my main race. But really, a very cool game was played in the last game. It was on Metalopolis, and it was really well played by Swarm and DanTe both. Guys, check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a great game. And now, ooh, look at this. I'm pretty sure that we might actually see a maybe another Reaper opening from DanTe. That'd be really interesting to see that, but he actually tries to almost corner the drone, but the drone did succeed in pausing the building of the barracks for a second, which will matter if DanTe opens up Reapers. It might catch Swarm off guard because he is going for a 14 hatch, which is actually a really economic play and a very, very good starting build for any Zerg at this point in time. It'll be interesting to see when he throws down his pool and how he reacts to the previous games that were played. There's something I love about best of 3s and 5s or whatever, because just not best of 1s, is the fact that there's a psychological aspect of how the games progress and how the players progress within each game. And we do have a gas steal. Very, very interesting gas steal from Swarm against DanTe. And DanTe's actually using his SCV to attack the extractor, which is kind of interesting. I don't know how I feel about that, because he could use that for a lot of mining at this moment. But Marines are being made, so it seems that Reapers will not be the opening build for DanTe. Kind of disappointed by that, because that was a really cool game before. But the spawning pool is getting thrown up much earlier than it was thrown up in the first ZVT that they did. So it does seem that the fear of Reapers is still actually in Swarm's heart. So it seems that by the way, did you guys see what I just did there? Swarm's heart, like heart of the Swarm, because I'm witty.
That is clever.
I apologize for that. That was really, really bad. Like, that was really horrible. But, yeah, actually, that was Inhale, guys. Say hello to him.
How's it going, everybody?
Yep,
But they can't answer me, so I'll stop asking that.
It's fine, but are you able to cast again, or are you just in the background?
No, I can cast again.
Alright, so...
The guy's gone.
So, say hello.
Hello.
Cool.
Now, would you mind filling me in on what happened last game? I just remember, Forge Rush failed.
Yes, it actually ended up being a Nidus Worm in the back of DanTe's base, because DanTe didn't have the line of sight blockers in the back of the Metalopolis main base covered, so a Nidus Worm popped in there.
That is the worst thing that could ever happen.
Yep, so Zerglings were actually able to run in and take out the entire main base. And DanTe had gone for like a Phoenix transition after the fast expand and attempted pressure. So the Phoenixes were actually able to be taken care of by a combination of Queens and Hydralisks. DanTe did attempt to go for Void Rays as well once he saw that he really needed to put pressure onto Swarm, but the Hydralisks just shut that down. And then DanTe ended up taking the gold and then taking like the northernmost base. And it was really interesting because Swarm never scouted the gold. So DanTe had more income than Swarm for a while, even with him him having his main completely taken out. So it was a very, very interesting game, and you should definitely watch it instead of just hearing me talk about it. Like
I'll definitely download that replay, but one of the things I really dislike is when players don't scout. Now, being from Brood War, that's the first thing you learn, just non-stop scouting. If you scout, you know what he's doing, and you can win by countering. So some of these new StarCraft 2 players, they don't, not that they don't know that, but they're just, it's not built into them.
Yeah.
So they don't follow that rule.
Yeah, the Brood War background is incredibly powerful. Like, a lot of people are coming to StarCraft 2 from other games, like even World of Warcraft players are coming in from it.
I know that's crazy because, you know, that's a whole other type of game and they're making the switch.
Yep, I know Warcraft 3 is another popular game to switch from to StarCraft 2. And really, Warcraft 3 is a really, really powerful RTS. It's similar to StarCraft, except it's a lot more micro-intensive instead of macro-intensive.
Definitely.
But they're both games I love. Like, I've played them both. I've attempted to multiplayer with both. I was really bad at Warcraft 3, but I still tried it anyway because I liked it a lot. But really, StarCraft 1 was my first real RTS game that I played a lot. Although it took me a drop happening. Hellions and Marines are being dropped into the main of Swarm, and Swarm is actually serving to block himself with a Roach Warren. So he had his Zerglings really... Oh, transfuse! So really good micro coming from Swarm, but it might not matter because he just doesn't have enough energy to transfuse. But, those queens are taken out, and now free reign on the drones at the moment. There we go, the drones are trying to run away, but they're just lining themselves up for the Hellions. If DanTe controls the Hellions, DanTe, control the Hellions!
And Swarm is capped, so he can't even make more units.
But, there we go, now DanTe's got... Roaches are coming out. DanTe's got to move his Hellions and try and get some more harassment done on these lined-up drones that are just feeding themselves to the Hellions. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Another drone got killed, and there we go. The good, really good, I think Swarm just attacked his own hatchery.
Yes, he did.
Very, very smooth. But, DanTe, don't drop.
Vikings.
And there's no anti-air. There are no queens. There's no Hydralisk Den. But, yeah, it's just roaches only from Swarm. So these Vikings are going to do so much damage. It seems that DanTe's ZVT style really relies on being able to supply block the opponent. Which is really interesting and really clever. And
there's one queen making right now.
But look at the amount of overlords. The last overlord just got killed.
He's at 37 out of 4.
That's ridiculous. Actually.
Oh, man.
But you know what? I just learned something new. The hatcheries have 2 food supply instead of the 1 supply of StarCraft 1. That is not something I knew before.
Yep. I'm not sure how useful that is, or why they made that switch, but they did.
You know what? I bet you it was so that Zerg could start off with 10 max supply instead of 9.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and just sort of take away the need for the Zerg to always open up with an extractor trick.
Swarm is going for I forgot what the upgrade's called.
Glial Constitution?
Yes, that's it.
Yep.
So.
Well, look at the Viking count. DanTe's also...
Yeah, I was just looking at that, and it's getting kind of out of control.
Yeah, he's just going to be able to completely decimate any overlords that are out there. And look at the worker count, too. There are 18 drones versus 32 SCVs. Really, Swarm's got to make some actions right now in order to get into this game if he wants to stay in it with a chance.
At this point, I'd say he has to go all in.
Yeah, but DanTe clearly recognized this with, look at all those SCVs that were marching with the Vikings.
Right, he sees that this is Swarm's only chance to win, so he wants to make sure he doesn't lose Vikings needlessly. Yeah,
definitely. And if we go to production, it seems that Swarm realizes this and is only building attacking units. He's got 2 roaches and 8 Zerglings coming in. And DanTe's even landed his Vikings at his base. Although
that's always a slap in the face.
Yeah, he just lifted them off though. So it seems that Swarm is going to try and actually massive force before doing his push. So
and DanTe is getting 2 more barracks and 2 tech labs, and he's getting STEM as well. Yeah, so he's kind of transitioning out of Hellions.
He's probably going to go for more Marauder-centric forces because he sees the Roach count and the fact that Swarm only has the capability to get Roaches. He's even trying to target down the Roach Warren. But now, oh god, these Vikings are going to kill more Overlords.
Oh man, the Queen isn't going to do much.
Yeah, not against that Viking count, but you know what? Swarm should really get the Overlord movement speed because that'll take it a lot longer for the Vikings to kill the Overlords. But here we go. Swarm is pushing in. Swarm is going to push in. Bunkers and barracks, blocking barracks behind the bunker or in front of the bunkers are happening.
He could win it right now, actually.
Yeah, but
it doesn't really have a lot of units.
Where are the Vikings? The Vikings got to come back to this. He's got to repair these bunkers. Oh, the repair function is so powerful.
Oh man.
just saving his life, literally, right now. But yeah, this Mirage is going to come in. These Zerglings are going to die. Yeah, there we go. But
I definitely think that Swarm should have went around the top of the expansion and then tried to sneak into the main base.
Yep.
Or at least kill the workers. That could have been really effective.
Yeah, but DanTe did pull the workers in time. But actually, he sent them back while the roaches were still really close. So the roaches still could have gotten the workers.
Right. At that point, he realized he could hold it off. So
yep.
No need to lose mining time.
Yep. And another Overlords went down. And seriously, Swarm is in the red again. Oh,
this is incredible. I don't know if DanTe does this every time he plays Zerg, but he's really good at it.
He is. This is definitely something he's practiced and is very familiar with.
Do you know if he has any other game background?
StarCraft 1. He played StarCraft 1 since the early 2000s. So he's been playing it for a long time. He's been around for a very long time. And Team TQ has been around for a very long time, most likely because of DanTe. Like, I know TQ started in 2003, which leads me to believe that DanTe was playing in the really early 2000s, but that's just pure speculation on my point.
Okay, now, I've never heard of TQ before in StarCraft 1, so do you know if that was a Brood War team, or...?
Yeah, it's Brood War.
Huh.
It's actually kind of interesting, but I've even run across people on the ladder. Like, one guy I was talking to while we were playing, was asking if I had any people that were friends in StarCraft, because he was complaining that he doesn't have many friends to practice with or anything, and I'm like, yeah, I actually managed a team called TQ. And they're like, oh, I know them, I played them in Brood War. And I actually ended up having a really good game against them that I actually casted and put on my channel, because there are not many games of me playing that are on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always fun to run into old players. I actually ran into Cygnus. I don't know if anybody knows him, but he was in X1, the Brood War team. And I wound up beating him in a TVP, which was pretty interesting because he was going for battle cruisers from the beginning. And I thought I was going to lose at a few points, but...
Yeah, but I mean, just right now, DanTe's winning the game. I think it's kind of important.
Yes, very important.
Yeah, because DanTe's now taking out the natural Swarm, and Swarm's now reduced to his main base only, and he's losing Overlords rapidly. Like, very rapidly. Yep, there's GG from Swarm. So really good games by DanTe. It seems that his TVZ is really, really powerful. Thank you guys for watching. We're probably going to get the, hopefully the players are still around for the third place match. I'm just going to, I'll probably check on that after this game ends. But yeah, Swarm really has no idea how to deal with DanTe's style of TVZ.
Right. This kind of reminds me of in Brood War, the Protoss would get a lot of Corsairs and try to snipe as many Overlords as he could.
Yep,
except for it's being applied to Terran, so it's a little different.
Yeah, and with Corsair Reaver or Corsair DT.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, I was a Protoss player in Brood War. Like, I wasn't very good, but I tried to do that too.
Yeah, I could do that. It's a very strong build, but could never get it.